Pricing your paid newsletter. What $5, $10, and $20 a month actually signals. The number you put on your subscription tells readers who your newsletter is for before they've read a single issue. Before a single subscriber reads your first paid issue, your price has already told them a story. $5 says casual, high volume, mass market. $10 says this is a real habit worth budgeting for. $20 says this is a professional tool, not a hobby read. Most writers pick a number by copying whatever a bigger newsletter charges, then wonder why conversions feel off. The truth is, price isn't just a revenue lever. It's the first sentence of your positioning, and it needs to match the promise you're actually making. Price is a signal before it's a number. Think about the last 3 paid newsletters you subscribed to. You almost certainly didn't compare their prices to a spreadsheet of your monthly budget. You made a snap judgment about what kind of thing you were buying. A 5-month newsletter reads as a tip jar with perks. Cheap enough to not think about, easy to churn out of, forgiving if an issue is skipped. A $20 month newsletter reads as infrastructure. Something a business expenses, something read for competitive edge, something that better show up reliably or the subscriber will notice fast. Neither is better. But picking the wrong one for your actual content creates a mismatch that shows up in your churn dashboard within 60 days. The mismatch test. If your churn is high in month 2, but your open rates are strong, the problem usually isn't your writing. It's that your price promised something your format can't deliver every month. The 3 tiers decoded. There's no universal correct price, but there is a pattern in what successful writers charge at each level. Use this as a diagnostic, not a rulebook. Notice the pattern. Price should scale with how directly your content saves or makes the reader money, not with how many hours you spend writing it. A $20 newsletter that saves a freelancer 3 hours of research a week is underpriced. A $20 newsletter that's just well-written personal reflection, no matter how good, will feel expensive to the exact audience it needs. Match the number to a promise you can keep. Before you set a price, write down the one sentence a subscriber would use to justify the charge to their partner or their finance department. It's my favorite way to unwind on Sundays supports 5. It saves me a full day of research every month supports 20. If you can't write that sentence honestly, the price is aspirational, not strategic. You can name the specific outcome a subscriber gets that they can't get for free elsewhere. You've picked a cadence. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You can sustain for 12 months without burning out. You've checked what 2-3 comparable newsletters in your niche charge and can explain why you're higher, lower, or the same. You have a plan for what happens if you miss an issue. A comparable price tier assumes a comparable reliability level. You've decided whether annual pricing, usually a 15-20% discount, will be offered from day 1. Use anchoring instead of guessing. One of the lowest risk ways to find your real price is to launch with a founding member rate, a discounted price locked in for life, only available to your first cohort, then raised for everyone who joins after. This does 3 things at once. It rewards the people who believed in you before you had proof. It creates urgency without gimmicky countdown timers. And it gives you a live A/B test between what early adopters will pay versus what a colder, later audience will pay once you have testimonials and back issues to point to. I launched at $7 as a founding rate and moved new subscribers to $12 6 months later. The founding members became my loudest promoters. They felt like they'd gotten in on something. The price only works if the delivery does. A perfectly calibrated price is worthless if the subscriber has a bad checkout experience or doesn't get instant access to what they paid for. This is where most newsletter writers quietly lose money. Not on pricing strategy, but on plumbing. If someone pays $10 and has to wait for a manual welcome email or hunts through their inbox for a broken link, you've just undermined the exact professionalism your price promised. This is the whole reason a dedicated storefront matters. When someone subscribes through store.fan, delivery is instant and automatic. The reader gets a confirmation on screen and by email immediately, with no manual step on your end. The commerce layer matters just as much as the copy. You can connect Stripe in one click, or add a PayPal email, and Apple Pay and Google Pay work automatically at checkout, which quietly boosts conversion because readers complete payment in a tap instead of typing card numbers on their phone. And because paid plans run at 0% platform fees, the number you set is the number that actually reaches your bank account, which makes the whole pricing exercise above worth doing carefully in the first place. Once you've settled on a tier, the storefront tools do the rest of the heavy lifting. Build a designer storefront with your own cover photo and theme. Send broadcast emails to your subscriber list when you want to promote a limited time founding rate, and run a discount code for a launch week push. If you want to see how a real creator structures a store with multiple offers and a clean checkout, a live example store is a faster shortcut than reading another 2,000 words about theory. When to raise your price. Most writers underprice for too long out of fear of losing subscribers. A healthier rule. If your renewal rate has stayed above 85% for 3 consecutive months, and you're regularly hearing, "I'd pay more for this," you're due for an increase. Grandfather existing subscribers at their current rate, or for a fixed window, like 6 to 12 months. Announce the change with real notice, and let new subscribers absorb the new number. This is standard practice and rarely triggers meaningful backlash if your content has actually been delivering. The number on your paywall isn't a footnote to your newsletter strategy. It is a strategy. Pick it based on the honest value of what you deliver and the promise you can keep every single week or month, not on what feels safe or what a bigger name charges. Then make sure the infrastructure behind that number is as sharp as the pricing decision itself. Instant delivery, real payment options, and a storefront that looks like it belongs to a professional operation. Because at $10 or $20 a month, it needs to. If you want more tactical breakdowns like this one, on discounting, launch sequencing, and membership retention, the blog has the rest of the series. Key takeaways. Your price is a positioning statement. It sets reader expectations before they read a word. $5 works for high-frequency, community-driven content. $10 is the default for weekly deep-dive newsletters. $20 plus is for niches with direct financial or career ROI. Match price to a promise you can keep every single month, not to what a bigger creator charges. Founding member pricing lets you test a tier without punishing your earliest, most loyal readers. The price only matters if the money and the content actually reach the subscriber. Automate both. Start your creator store free at store.fan.